FTW Broadcasting here for the win. We bring you hot StarCraft 2 action. Thank you so much to Force Strategy Gaming for hosting this Trollcast. If you're not familiar with our Trollcast already, basically they're fan-submitted replays of extreme noobage, insane tactics, and just unique replays. And we've got a unique one here for you, ladies and gentlemen. NJ Fail. This is a tournament called Crippled Solos, and basically these players are at an HP handicap. And just to explain how it works, if you're a bronze level player, you have 100% HP, silver 90%, gold 80%, platinum 70%, diamond 60, and Masters League is at 50. And right now this is the finals, and both of these guys are Masters League players, so you're going to see some insane stuff because they're both at 50% HP right now, which is going to be awesome. Alright, we're going to troll all over these guys because that's what the Trollcast is all about, and my pick is Gowser, playing as the blue Protoss. And moving down to Danny's pick, I'll let you introduce your own guy because I've been talking way too long.
Oh, I can talk now?
Oh,
because I thought this was just the AWOL show.
It is the AWOL show. What's up now?
Right now I'm looking at my pick, Lyra, and I think it's going to be an exciting match to see how the half HP plays in, if it makes any difference at all. I've never watched a handicapped match before, and but I think it also says a lot that even though they had a 50% handicap against even bronze players, they two masters still in the final, so I think that's telling.
I think it is telling that, yeah, their skill has definitely shown through. That's for sure. And we see Lyra dropping a lit wall off here down at the front of his base. Very common there. And doesn't look like Gowser is really going to go for a solid wall off at the front of his base. So I guess he's going to leave things open. He doesn't really care. He's already dropped his gas at this point. And I don't really like the word handicap, Danny. I like handy-capable.
That is a... It says handicap on the game, so you can take that up with Blizzard, and I don't think you'll win.
Probably.
And I dislike you for that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, almost missed that fist bump.
Yeah, I know. We love the fist bump. The workers are the most important unit in the game, and they're also the most aggressive. And looks like both players are going to successfully scout each other's bases here in just a moment. Such a long run around the edge of this map. And I'm really curious to see Protoss versus Terran clash head-to-head with half HP. I mean, who's going to have the advantage? I mean, Marines are going to be so paper thin with 22 HP.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I wonder if it'll make a big difference, or because they're, it's even, technically even, if it matters at all, or if the handicaps can change the game in some way. So we'll see exactly how that happens. This is just a huge map, and Gowser said at the beginning, he's like, of course I would pick a map that's favored for Terran on accident, and I could see it being favored for Terran just because there's a really tight way to wall off, and if you grabbed some early Banshees, you could just really be harassing like crazy with the quick air jumps.
No doubt. And by the way, that SCP from Lyra came right up the ramp here, and Gowser's Zealot punched it once, and it went down to like 10% of its normal HP. So this is going to be insane to watch this go down. And I have a prediction. I've never watched a handicap match in StarCraft 2. I have a prediction that ranged units are going to be superior.
That makes a surprisingly large amount of sense for you, and I think that you had someone write that for you.
I did. You wrote it for me, and I stole your bit, so thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I just want the world to know.
Well, both of these players have been pretty quiet so far, just kind of scouting each other out a little bit. A bunker being dropped in the front of Lyra's base, so it looks like he's going to want to hold out a little bit longer, get a little bit of tech going, and speaking of which, he's got the starport and factory on the way. And right now we see double gateway from Gowser, and he's already rolling a couple units out towards the front of his base. Looks like he has plans to expand. Oh, that idle probe just dropped down the nexus there. He's going to kind of stay in a defensive position, and both of these players not really getting with the early game aggression, which I guess they're handicap experts. Maybe that's a really bad idea.
Yeah, I would think with the lesser units like that, just having so little health is really a disadvantage. So maybe it is better to just kind of defend up and macro up. It's like both of them appear to be playing very defensively, and that kind of almost makes for a pretty boring game at the beginning because, well, somebody should be on offense. I think that's how games work.
I agree. It should be offense, defense, and special teams. Robotics facility being dropped down in addition to the third gateway from Gowser. So he's going with 3-gate robo, which is really solid.
You never see that anymore.
You really don't. You really don't. And I wonder how beefy Immortals are going to be now. Oh, that was amazing to watch how quickly that SCV was melted there as he went by. These battles are going to be so sick to watch, Danny. Everything's just going to disappear all of a sudden. And stem pack upgrades are going to be up just in time for this drop that Lear is planning, and he's rolling that medevac across the map. Yeah,
that's actually kind of a really nice timing push. Get those medevacs out, get a drop ready, and have stem packs just finishing up. So that most likely was his plan all along, and I think it's going to be really effective.
If he drops on the back of this mineral line, these Marines are going to melt through these low HP probes in no time. Oh, the probes are just disappearing instantly. It's like they blinked away, but they actually died. And attacking this geyser right here, he needs to get these boys out. Nice timing with the pickup there and rolling that medevac out. I got to tell you, this is odd for one of our Trollcast, Danny, with having these players be actually kind of good.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be good. That kind of ruins it. Makes me feel bad.
Yeah, it kind of does. Makes me feel bad too. And the Thor is being produced right now for your Pink Terran buddy, and that's probably going to be a nice addition to this army. It will be beefier, and it will still do a massive amount of damage that it normally does. And this expansion is really nice, up and running for Gauser. And if he's able to keep this, going, he's going to start pulling ahead. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something mean to say about the way they're playing, but they're playing better than me.
Yeah. You and I are pretty bad at this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, the important thing is that I'm better than you.
Yeah. You are much, much better than me. Wait a minute, no you're not. I own the crap out of you, never mind, you pick Terran, so you win.
Yeah. Don't make excuses, just cast the game.
Okay, you got it. And looks like this Thor is heading to the edge of the map here. Proxy Pylon trying to get dropped down by Gauser, and immediately getting spotted by Lyra. So good scouting by him, or nice map observing skills, I guess you could say.
Map awareness?
Yeah, there you go. Map awareness, thank you.
See?
I guess that's why you're better than me. Yeah.
It's one of the many reasons.
Yeah, many reasons. It looks like Lyra is moving his command center across here to go expand himself, and I'd like to see Gauser push out with his units and try to make something happen. He's got his Twilight Council up, gonna grab some upgrades to that, dropping down 2 more gateways, so it looks like he's really gonna go heavy warping, heavy proxy pylons this game, and his probe is just kind of hanging out here in the bottom right-hand corner, just ready to drop a pylon at a moment's notice.
Well, you know, that's an important job. Those pylons are really important for reinforcing, and it's something he wanted to do, so I can't really make fun of him too much for that. I know he saw this expansion getting set up. He's got the observer there, so maybe he decided he didn't want to do anything about it. It might be a good time to try and strike while Lyra's a little vulnerable, but I suppose you could just do nothing too.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. And these 2 probes are doing nothing right now. I guess they're just on their cigarette break. That's kind of disappointing because they're getting paid just the same as everybody else.
Probes get paid? You sure about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They definitely get paid. How do you think they're up in the club every night drinking all kinds of tequila?
I have heard that they do that.
Yeah, well, everybody knows that. And this expansion is now fully saturated from Gauser. He dropping down just a bazillion pylons behind his mineral line up there. I'm not quite fully understanding that, but that charge lot upgrade will be done soon, and the Dark Shine being dropped down right now. DT's going to do a buttload of damage. Well, they're going to do the same amount.
They will until the scan shows up and they die instantly.
That's true. It will be twice as effective, but I guess in that regard it wouldn't be. And concussive shells have finished, so that slow is going to be coming into play here. Nice little mixture of units by Lyra at the front of his base, but you know, Gauser is going to be able to perfectly plan his unit composition, because that observer's just basically got free looks around at everything he wants to see, because there's no missile turrets.
Would you say that he's observing the situation?
The way you said that joke as if it were a joke, I guess that's an Austin Powers bit, so good job.
I don't know what it is, but I steal everything, so it might be.
That's very true. You do have sticky fingers. And these combat shield upgrade has been finished from Lyra, and he is dropping down mule after mule at this expansion. And I'm going to pull up this income tab and see how these guys are comparing. I think it probably just evened up big time. Yeah, and now it's dead even with these guys. And taking a look at the Gosu tab, that's the units lost tab, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you win a Trollcast, by losing the most units. It's pretty damn even right now, but Lyra is ahead by 200 at this point.
Bad things are about to happen to that. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, just as the missile turret goes up, and it looks like some aggression is going to happen. This is the moment you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Watching this battle go down with half HP. How
something's going to happen.
Yeah, something's going to happen. And I think I think this battle is going to be heavily favored for Lyra because he's got so many siege tanks. I think those are just going to blow everybody's face up immediately.
Well, let's
DT's
see.
being warped in, but they're going to be non-factor because of that missile turret. And here we go, and the siege tanks just ripping everything up, but the charge lots, just erasing all kinds of stuff. The DT's, able to get in there and do a little bit of damage. The charge lots are really the most effective unit, and I think the siege tank was the X factor there, and concussive shell slowing down that last stalker, killing him. Yeah, time for Lyra to get on the aggressive. DT's not so much a good investment against Terran most of the time.
Yeah, definitely not. Those, I would say that siege tanks were the X factor. Looked about 3 waves of siege tank. Blast took out that entire massive charge lots. They lost all those siege tanks too, so maybe a few more. I don't know. Well, let's take a look at production. Is he building more? He is building some more. He's getting the upgrades, so he probably has the right army to deal with what Gauser's doing. Ooh, do you see Psystorm? I know you love those High Templar.
Psystorm! Anything with the word Templar in it, I love. And yes, that's going to be amazing when that completes. He really needs to grab that amulet, though, because he is going for a proxy warp-in type of a strategy right now. And I'm really disappointed in Lyra for not being on the aggressive. I guess he doesn't realize he's in a moment of strength. But I don't know. He's better than me, that's for sure. And Gauser's expanded up here in the top left-hand corner, so he is up 1 expansion. And units lost tab, though. Gauser's super far behind, and in a Trollcast, he's super far ahead with 6,000. And I hope that your pick, Lyra, ends up being #1.
Gauser has an Archon. I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen one of those since StarCraft 1.
Yeah, there's some arguments out there that Archon should be beefed up a little bit more. He needs to get that Archon in the game right now, and all these stemmed up Marines and Marauders are super, well, they're lower on health because they're at half health. So let's see if that becomes a factor. Charge lots coming in here. Oh, there's so many charge lots. I think they're going to rip everything up. These medevacs are going to have to pull out, and the Archon doing a little bit of damage there. I'd love to see that Archon drilling people. Nice job there, and it's actually pretty damn entertaining, Danny, to watch these armies melt so fast.
Yeah, it makes it just a little bit more exciting. I don't think that the results of the battles would have turned out any differently had the HP all been normalized, though, which is what I was really wondering.
You think it would have been the same results, really?
Give or take, yeah, I think so.
Well, the medevacs would have come into play a lot more there. They would have had more time to heal, that's for sure. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll only see as time tells. We've only seen 2 battles, but I don't know if I agree with that analysis.
Well, I don't know if I agree with your face.
Thanks. And by the way, more DTs being warped down here, as well as a couple Zealots, and they're going to try to roll in the front door again with DTs. And those DTs, they're just not going to be effective unless they slide under the radar, if you will, because that missile turret's up here. And so they're going to come in with a full frontal attack once again. Less siege tanks this time than last time. Streaming in units 1 at a time. This is not a Tower D, Lyra. What are you doing there, buddy?
I love Tower D. We should be playing some Tower D.
Yeah, we should. We should be playing some Nexus Line Wars or something.
Yeah.
X-Men T. That was a good one.
Yeah, I like that. Whatever. I mean, these guys need to do something, or I'm going to go play some Tower D.
Yeah. Do you have a McFlurry to eat right now? Because I'm snacking on some Cheerios, son.
No, I don't. And that's probably why I feel so bad right now.
Probably is. Yeah, it definitely probably is. I think charge lots are going to be the most effective unit this game. I want to see bunches of charge lots, and by the way, those Marines and Marauders took out this expansion up here in the top left-hand corner. Lyra, good job on the offensive there, and Gauser says, screw it, I'm just going to take down these routes here and grab this high-yield expansion. Not a bad idea. And in the bottom left-hand corner, as you know, Danny, Planetary Fortress is up and running. Lyra's got his 2nd expansion going, and Lyra's rolling out with this giant bio ball with some siege tanks to back it up, and he's hoping this will be FTW Bush.
Yeah, that I'm kind of hoping it is too, because I'm tired of your face, as I mentioned earlier.
Oh, I'm tired of listening to you. I think this is going to be my last cast. I think I might officially announce my retirement.
No, that doesn't sound right. You can't retire till you accomplish something.
No. Well, I have accomplished not being a good commentator. These Hellions are rolling right in on this natural expansion line, taking down all, oh well, only about 3 or 4 probes. He pulled him back wisely, probably. Storms! Oh my god! Deadly Storms! Taking everything out. I think we realized that. Imba, baby. Oh, that was amazing.
I gotta say, I take everything back when you do the Storms cry, I love you again.
Oh my gosh, that was so OP, Danny. The Psystorms annihilated everything. I take back everything I said about charge lots. Pump unlimited freaking High Templar right now. And yeah, that was super amazing.
Yeah, that was definitely affected by the half HP handicap. So you were right there. There was definitely wow. Those Marines melted like before I could even take anything. I'm lagging up a little bit here. That's not what I like to see. There we go. Oh, that was a little weird, but I'm watching this drop, and I'm at 2125. So are we all synced up there, Mr. Wall?
Beautiful. We're all synced up. I love that share replay feature, folks. Dual casting sucks without it, but hey, we aren't very good anyway. Lyra, lost an entire medevac before it even hit the ground. The low HP medevac is so vulnerable, and that Colossi is taking a ton of damage per hit from that Marauder. It barely survives. Colossi might be actually a pretty sweet factor, and we've got 4 High Templar on board with this army. Really, I just think he needs to roll the High Templar in the front door and just annihilate everything. But, you know, he can't hear me right now because this game already happened.
Maybe you should try yelling louder.
Psystorm!
I think he heard you.
Okay, cool. And I think that one rippled through time and hit him in the brain. Lyra dropping down another expansion here in the center of the map in the bottom left-hand corner, right over there. So that's 1, 2, 3 expansions for pink, only 2 for blue, and blue's at the 12 o'clock position.
Blue does have the high yield.
So, yeah, that's exactly right. Pulling so many probes off and getting super saturated over here. And let's take a look at that income tab, because I'm pretty damn curious. Lyra really on top right now, but I know mules can become a factor. But it's that harvester count that's helping him out at 65, whereas my boy only has 48.
Yeah, that'll definitely make the difference. He's pumping out another Colossus. Looks like Lyra's moving in, though. He's got a nice little force. A couple Vikings there will really deal with that Colossus.
It will deal with that Colossus, but I don't think it will deal with the Psystorm effectively. That Psystorm is going to kill everything.
Well, he went more Marauder heavy for that reason, but you're probably right. It still won't matter.
I hope it doesn't matter. And I wonder how much damage a nuke would do in an HP reduced game like this. I mean, how sick would that be? I mean, you might just be able to straight up take down a Nexus with one.
Well, I'm always pro nuke, so you know I would be a fan of that.
Well, you know, on our other Trollcast, we have a bunch of nuke replays. Anybody who puts the word nuke in the title of their email when they send us a Trollcast, we cast it immediately. And
don't lie though, because that makes us sad. If you promise us a nuke and don't deliver.
Oh yeah, I mean we're gonna have just wasted our time, so don't do that to us, guys. Don't do DT getting 3 shots, effectively 2-shotting that siege tank right at the front. That was really awesome to see. And let's see if this battle goes down like the other one did before. I think it went a little too much High Templar heavy. There's a total of 7 here, and I guess 7 Psystorms is better than 1. I can't argue with that. And
it's just math.
It is math. It is math. And but you and I have never been very good at math. These Colossuses are rolling, Colossi rather, are rolling right into the base here. This Lyra is completely vulnerable, and those Colossi are really ripping through these buildings because of the reduced HP. These Vikings are coming in here, though, and they're going to be able to take down this Colossi in no time. But that Archon popping in there, kind of one-shotting. Here's all going to go down. Let's see if the Psystorms are dropped right on top. Psystorm! Oh, missing with a couple Psystorms there. Oh, just melting everything immediately. But so many siege tanks were in the back there to back that up. And siege tanks being a huge factor. Now that they're at sort of a critical mass, they melted the Protoss just as quick as the Protoss melted them.
Yeah, the only surviving members after that battle are the siege tanks and a couple Vikings, and they're actually backing off. He decides he doesn't want to keep the pressure on. I don't know if that's really. I think maybe he should go apply some pressure, find an expansion, and you know, try and take it down.
That's true. I totally agree with that. I think if these kids went air, a little bit of air, that would be nice, but I guess they're going to not do that. And it looks like Gauzer's pumping out more Colossi. He thought they were very effective. I didn't think they were, but that's just my opinion. And I think Gauzer heard me because I yelled loud enough, and he's building a Stargate right now.
Yeah, but did you see him run all those Dark Templars straight into the missile turret and siege tanks and die before getting any attacks off?
Oh, beautiful. See, that's the kind of noobage I'm talking about. That's the kind of noobage Trollcasts are made of. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, that's our bread and butter.
Oh, yeah, that is. And, oh yeah, we have a medevac over here at the 3 o'clock position expansion as these Marines are being dropped down, and they're going to straight up stop this expansion in his tracks, cancel that out. I'm trying to hit the cancel button myself, and it's not working over here. And, oh good, he canceled it in time. Nice drop in. These kids are listening to exactly what we said. Attack expansions, because that's where the money's coming from.
Yeah, it does appear that we can speak into the past, and we should probably find some way to market this.
That's a really good idea. So, who do you want to talk to at this point, since we have an open portal to...
I don't think we can. I don't think they can talk back. I think they can only act. So we can change the present? Time is confusing.
It is confusing. Whoever controls the past controls the present, which becomes the future. Here come these Marines taking down that pylon immediately. Such massive damage. It must be like a level 15 weapon upgrade. These probes, if those probes got in there and attacked, they'd probably take down those Marines in no time, but they decided not to, as so many of them got melted. Oh man, was that devastating. Gowser's income drops down to nothing, but he's going to be able to clean up shop with these remaining forces, able to save this high yield expansion, but not really save his too many of his.
Not the other high yield, though. He has to cancel that as these other armies from there moves up the other side. Two-pronged attack, if you will.
Two-pronged attack. Oh man. Alright, so I'm gonna yell at Gowser. Watch out for your high yield.
Oh, Psy Storms!
Psy Storms being dropped down. I thought yelling at him to watch out for his high yields would have changed the way this game turned out, but it didn't. Too many Psy Storms being dropped on top of these armies. Oh, it's absolute devastation. Oh my gosh, everything being taken out there. Lyra had a completely superior force, and now these Colossi are going to be able to, now they're going to go ahead and back up and hang out on the defend. Probably a good idea to wait for more reinforcements. God, those Psy Storms are effective.
Wow, they are amazing. I love Psy Storms too. I don't think I love them as much as you, but in this game, they're... Why do anything else?
He's pumping out Void Rays now. Like, seriously? I don't know. Void Rays could be pretty effective in that expansion harassment we were talking about earlier. But I tell you what, Lyra has got these planetary fortresses at his expansions, and those are going to be really hard to take down because that damage that it pumps out, the 40 splash, is that's going to be devastating. It's going to almost one, if not two-shot anything on the ground.
Yeah, it's interesting that the handicap just affects health but not damage in any way.
I like that, though. I like that. Well, I mean, I guess that's what evens it up. I mean, it's kind of weird this game because both players have the same handicap, but, you know, we might have to check out some more of these handicap matches and watch some noobs, well, watch some noobs duke it out, you know?
Yeah, they're interesting. It's, it really has a little spicing to the game.
Yeah, it kind of changes the dynamics, which is kind of fun. And it looks like with the unit comp, Lyra is just pretty much sticking with more of the same. He's got just a little mixed bag of everything here with the siege tanks, marauders, marines. He's got a Thor in there, Vikings, medevacs. I mean, he's pumping out a little bit of everything. Probably a really damn decent idea. We've got a stray DT here hanging out around this 6 o'clock expansion. I wonder now he can't move in because of that missile turret.
Yeah, Lyra's been pretty good with those missile turrets. The DTs have gotten a couple of kills here and there, but now he's flying out with this drop. I think he's going expansion hunting with these medevac full of Marines.
Now, I know we're doing. So I'm chewing on Cheerios right now. I know we're doing this Cast for a Strategy channel, so everybody out there who's tuning in for some strategy, do Psy Storms.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, clearly that works. Now he's asking his opponent to wait 10 seconds. Okay, laugh out loud. Like, he didn't even... It'd be funny if he paused the game at the time, but it looks like he was just asking for 10 seconds, which I think is fair. I think if you should give your opponent their 10-second pause, or the 10-second wait anytime they ask, at least once per game.
That's not the Warcraft 3 way. I mean, that's where I learned my battle net etiquette. If somebody asks for a pause, I go, "You got it, buddy. No problem, pal." And then immediately unpause and attack their base with all of your workers. I think that's the proper etiquette.
You're a bad person.
Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have had so many cold ones before I played Warcraft 3 back in the day. But hey, it was fun. So here we go. Gowser moving all of his units over here to this newly acquired high yield expansion. And no more Imba, please, he says. I want more Imba. And with Void Rays, Colossi, and a couple Zealots on board, this is going to be a massive amount of damage from Gowser. And I would love to see more harassment from these Void Rays. They're just kind of hanging out with the army right now, and I don't know if I agree with that, especially with the heavy Marines your boys pumping out.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to see something. That's a nice move. That's a nice army moving from there, moving all the way across the map. I don't know why he's going around that way. I guess he thinks it might be easier, might catch him by surprise. Oh, he's doing the two-pronged approach again. He splits his army. But they're not. He's not timing it so they meet at the same way at the same time. So I'm not sure how effective it's going to be.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think it is going to be very effective. He probably take down one expansion. I don't know. It might not be. The timing idea would be right. But here we go. This battle's going to go down. We're going to see actually how effective all of these Void Rays are. Source Joint, big drop down on top of all of them, annihilating everything. Crazy psionic powers causing death and doom, immediately just melting that entire army. I mean, with the combination of Psystorm plus Colossi plus Void Rays, I mean, come on, that's unfreaking stoppable. And he's going to go ahead and roll right into the main of his opponent. But maybe this is Lyra's plan all along. Secondary Force X is rolling up here to the 12 o'clock position. It's going to be able to take down this expansion with little to no opposition. Only 5 Stalkers there to defend.
Yeah, so I guess yeah, you're right. It was his plan all along. He sends in a suicide squad. You know, I like the suicide mission. I think it's a good strategy.
I think it is too. I mean, it works out for a while. But eventually, you know, it's got to come to an end.
I mean, I say it all the time. The correct answer is to just throw wave after wave of your own men, and I learned that from a great general.
Yeah, Zaporanican was a great general. He was so good to his men, you know? And, oh man, the siege tanks setting up shop here right below that ramp, and if we get a little bit of vision in there, those siege tanks will probably be able to one, if not two shot these gateways. And oh boy, these Void Rays coming in here just completely, oh, everything getting so melted there. Move in with those Void Rays. Those siege tanks are open game right now, and those Void Rays are melting. They don't even have to charge up. I mean, that damage just kills them immediately.
Yeah, and you were questioning the Void Rays. Shows how much you know.
Yeah, it shows how much I know about handicap matches.
Maybe we should trollcast you.
Maybe we should. You know, we always look for really bad players and insane tactics, but I'm probably the worst player I know, so why am I not casting my own games? And look at this Stalker action here. We don't have any Psystorms to back it up. Oh, out of position are those High Templar immediately getting melted, but the Psystorm does go down. It was pretty darn effective. 2 High Templar lost there. I hate to see that. And this expansion getting super harassed. Some decent micro there from Lyra, taking down a total of about 7 or 8 probes to that expansion. And but look at this massive expansion plan here by Lyra, rolling out 2 more command centers. He's going buck wild on the macro.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just a huge map. There's so many bases to expand to. This could easily be a really, really long game. Guys are moving out. These Void Rays are being very effective, though, and they could be a game winner here, I think. The Marines just don't stay alive long enough to counter them properly.
No. They get melted immediately. It's so funny to watch them die. I predicted that before the game started, by the way, so that's copyright me. And so what are they going to do here? They're passing right by the main. What's up? There you go. Start melting. I mean, if they just attack move this base.
I actually think you're a few seconds behind me. I'm at 38-10 right here, so they just run around the base, just using the air units in the Stalkers or in the Colossi to just pick off buildings on the side, realizing the main is not really a decent target because it doesn't have anything mining. He's actually moving out trying to find an expansion, so relatively smart there.
Yeah, not bad. And 2 starports here are going to be taken down in no time, leaving it alive for a moment, and now just drilling that planetary fortress, which I've never seen a planetary fortress go down that quick. And just immediately gets melted. Wasn't much of a fortress, more of a TP. And this army is going to keep on the search for more expansions. And looks like they're going to head over here to this next expansion, take it down, take all the SCVs with them, boys. Murder, murder, murder. And up here on the top right-hand side, your boy Lyra is now taking down this high yield, which has been such a location of so many battles already this game, and he's going to start steamrolling the Protoss. I'm a little bit scared right now how open Gauser is, and he's moving back. He's moving back to defend his base, realizing he doesn't have enough expansions to go in a base race scenario. No, he doesn't want a base race scenario. I think he actually kind of has, I hate to see it, but I think he's got kind of control. Oh, Psystorm picking out a whole bunch of Marines and Marauders there. They're not enough, though. But once these, I think once these Void Rays make it over here, it's probably going to be over. I hate to say that, though. It might be over. This might be FTW, but really, there's so many expansions from Lyra. He might be able to. I mean, we've already been casting this game for a half hour. It could go on for ages. And taking down those Vikings immediately, just such a critical mass of Void Rays in that situation. And Colossi, I mean, look at these kills in the Colossi: 11, 18, 21. These boys are heroes. All the Void Rays have at least 3 kills as well, so they've been super duper effective. And oh, look at these High Templar. One of them has 15 kills. You'll love to see that. Oh, that's really good. That's surprisingly good. I will have to go. I'm going to go to my default complaint, and that Protoss probes are OP, and that's why he's doing so well. Yeah. Well, the probes have been such a factor in this game. with all that mining that they do, all the cigarette breaks. Vikings coming in here. Oh, Vikings are the perfect choice right now, as they'll take down those Void Rays in no time. If he microed those Vikings just a little bit better, he'd be able to pick this stuff off so easily. Just picked up, kill a couple off with a Side Storm. Big drop down right on top. Side Storm so effective with the low HP. It takes down Thors, baby, as those Colossi milked a few more Marines. And right now, my boy is in a really, really bad situation with only 22 Harvesters.
Yeah, he throws the little crying tears down there because he knows he's in trouble. Vikings, the perfect counter, perfect choice. Which why didn't I think of that? I mean, I did think of that, and I said it, but I whispered into the past as a surprise.
But you're supposed to yell into the past.
I learned how to do it by whispering.
Wow. That is incredible. I'm learning so much about just unbelievable quantum physics this game. Who knew that an HP match, HP handicap match, would share so much insight to the universe?
I did.
You are so awesome like that. And these Vikings are going to have to land down and try to do something here. These, oh, they're going to land right now. Will these Zealots be able to get in here and do something? Just kind of doing like an up and down deal with these Vikings, trying to pick a target, trying to pick a spot. So low on resources is my boy Gowser. He's only able to pump out a couple DTs and a couple bit of Zealots. But, I mean, this income tab, it's so imbalanced right now with 1,400 with Lyra, only 700, my boy Gowser. This game's pretty much over.
Yeah, I would expect Gowser to be tapping out any time now. I don't even think he's got 2 DTs, and they're in there. As soon as that scan goes down and they die, he'll GG, I bet. Oh, there it is.
DTs. Oh.
Scan, die, GG.
Oh.
I'm the best in the world.
You're the best in the world. This HP handicap match was super fun to watch, especially with those Side Storms. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much to Force Strategy Gaming for hosting this Trollcast. We have all kinds of other Trollcasts we've done: nukes, Baneling vortexes, worker rushes, 200 SCVs. I mean, all kinds of insanity. So go ahead and check out our Trollcast playlist if you want. Excuse me, if you want to check more of this insane action out. Also, you can click that link there on the left-hand side. That yellow link will be a link to subscribe to Force Strategy Gaming if you haven't already. Great channel. Stay tuned for more hot StarCraft 2 action, and we'll see you in our next cast.